You're listening to the Simon and Alex Show podcast.
Hey, baby. You're listening to the Simon and Alex Show podcast. Oh, yeah. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Simon and Alex Show podcast with me, Alex.
I'm here too. What was that? This is our second attempt at recording this because we lost the first tape. And that wasn't good the first time, and you did it again the second.
You know, second time's the charm. That's what they say. So,
sure, yeah.
Figured I'll give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just quickly run by what we covered in the first half, but we lost. We have entered the podcast into a little competition, a Eurovision thing for Purple Radio.
That's right. Glory to Ukraine, which is our country.
We made it to the finals, and we're against VAR.
We were up against Gone Too Far.
Gone Too Far.
There.
Their little clip that they submitted was very entertaining, so they also have a very good podcast. So if we lose to them, they deserved it. If they lose to us, haha.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's been a good thing that's been going on. I mean, especially with, there were 8 podcasts that were in this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is impressive, because I've not really listened to any of the other podcasts on the station. But some of them sound quite interesting. I mean, some of them sound borderline professional, unlike us.
This is a film podcast, and this week we're lucky enough to have 2 films, aren't we?
Yes. Now, you may remember last week, given how Alex was struggling to think of things to do in the lockdown, I tasked him with making a French New Wave movie. I hope it's in black and white, because I did specifically request that.
It is black and white. There are tone changes, dramatic music, and yeah, I've already given you the little director's commentary in the audio that we lost, but I'll do it again for the listeners.
Go for it.
It is a semi-autobiographical account of a man who is heavily dependent on alcohol. That's not the autobiographical part.
You sure?
And he goes into quarantine like everybody else, and he tries to find things to fill his time, but he struggles, and it gets too much. But he finds himself and learns to love himself through media, like books and stuff like that. There are some tone changes, and I've tried to stick to the criteria that you gave me as much as possible.
I'm happy to hear that.
So yeah, I think we should take a little siesta and watch that now.
All right.
If anybody is listening and they want to see this movie, we can't distribute it. I don't think we have any media to do that. But
yes,
if we drop us a message,
we will have a YouTube at the end of this podcast.
Oh, apparently we will distribute my video.
Oh no! This is going online.
So yeah, I can't even deny that, because now Simon has a link for it.
Mm-hmm. I don't actually.
I'm making that shareable now. But yeah, we'll take a little break. We'll watch Quarantine, a short film by Alexander Jackson, and we'll come right back to you.
Alrighty. Well, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
That is a work of art if I've ever seen one. Wow. You went above and beyond there. So this is the part of the show where we talk about the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'd be happy enough just watching that movie all week.
I'm afraid we do have to watch a feature-length film as well.
If we do end up putting that on any form of social media,
we will.
Sorry, but if we don't, and you guys want to see it, drop us a message. We will make sure it gets to you. But in the video, I play a guy who's dependent on alcohol. He finds himself, and when he's tidying his house, he finds a bottle of alcohol.
Yes.
Cointreau.
Of course.
Now the music dropped real heavy. That was pure coincidence. Like, I watched that back and it just all lined up perfectly.
I'm still amazed. You've exceeded all expectations here.
Every single take was the first take. I made sure that every time that I pressed record on the camera,
yes,
what I shot was that scene.
Okay.
There was no take. So there's one where I'm sat with my back against a tree. My back's not perfectly against a tree, but I wanted to keep the
fine.
whole first shot is the best shot.
I like that approach. I think it works out. It gives it a very real sense to it.
Yeah.
You really get to put yourself in the mindset of someone who's stuck at home and making a short movie.
But yeah, thank you. I had lots of fun doing that.
I'll have to think of something new to do.
If you can, yeah. If our listeners want to. Obviously, list goes out on Fridays, so we record on Mondays. So if you want to send us anything between Friday and Monday, as long as it's not ridiculous. I got told to get a buzz cut today. That's not happening.
I reckon it'd suit you.
No.
I reckon with the little chin strap beard you've got there, I reckon it would go well.
Yeah, but the beard comes and goes, you know.
Well, I mean, it would have to stay if you got the buzz cut.
Yeah, no.
Still, it's not a bad suggestion.
It's not a good one. So, yeah, anything that doesn't involve me physically altering my own appearance dramatically, then yeah, I'm all game.
You were halfway between drastically and dramatically there.
I knew that was a word that I was trying to get to.
Oh, I think that word can take off. So, as I previously mentioned, but we've lost the recording of, I am exhausted from these exams because I've had 3 back-to-back for the past few days.
Yeah.
And I'm still technically not done with one because I'm taking a quick break to record this before I get back to it. I don't like exams, Alex.
Nobody does.
Even these, where the circumstances for doing the exam are very generous, where you've got 48 hours, it's open book now.
Yeah.
Even this, it's still, just tires me out.
Wow.
Have you had many exams? I mean, I keep asking this, but...
I had one the other day, and it was alright. I've got one now. It's due tomorrow, and I'm going to look at that tomorrow.
Yeah. Nah, that's fine. It's a tomorrow problem.
It's a 2-hour exam, so I could do it 2 hours before the deadline, and I'd be sticking to the time limit.
What do you do in your exams?
Write essays.
Oh.
No, we get, little, not multiple choice, but that kind of thing, and then the second half is a mini essay.
I think exams are outdated.
This guy living in 2050.
Yeah, no, I think in the real world you're not going to have the restrictions that an exam places on you. If you were writing an essay, you would be able to access sources.
Typical Gen Z.
I'm older than you.
You're still Gen Z.
Yeah, but I'm still older than you.
Okay, tell that to your height, but...
Oh, Alex, it's not always about the height.
Your voice breaking there? Have you finally hit puberty?
Yeah, 20 years old. It's finally caught up with me. I've been dodging it for as long as I could.
Well...
This facial hair's just drawn on. I never really had any.
I can imagine, one of those, fake glasses, nose and mustache things.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
This is all just a really high-quality mask that I've been wearing the whole time.
And he would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for us meddling kids.
Has anyone ever told you look like Shaggy?
It's funny you should mention that.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a picture of my old haircut, which was... Oh, it was horrendous. It wasn't a haircut. It was just long hair. And I have long hair now, but I had long hair then.
You don't have long hair now.
I've had much shorter hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Simon, make some noises for the listeners whilst I find this picture.
Make some noises?
Yep.
Oh, why didn't you say so earlier?
Not guitar noises. I found it. It's okay. We can move on. It's all right. No, I'm sending it to you. There we go. It's sent. Don't worry. It's all right. You don't have to get the guitar out. It's okay.
Well, I mean, it's too late. I've already got the guitar. Wow.
Yeah. So,
well, I can see the resemblance there.
We were in Scotland, and we'd just gone away in the motorhome, I think, the motorhome. But
Yeah.
we'd gone on holiday in Scotland anyway, and we were walking through a town centre, and I had my hair like that. It was kind of like a long half mullet thing at the back.
Yeah.
It used to, well, people used to call it a rat tail because it wasn't long enough to be a ponytail, but it also kind of hung over the back of my blazer at school. Horrible. And I used to get cowlicks at the side. Like, my hair would get too long and it would just, like, frill out at the side and I couldn't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, so we were walking through this town centre in Scotland, and these two kids that I had no idea who they were. They had no idea who I was. They could have just not said anything. But one turned to the other and he went, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. And it was that moment there that made me realise I need a haircut. So that was the reason I got my haircut. And now I'm getting told that I look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Again.
Well, it's a facial hair too, because he's got that. I'll tell you something that happened to me last year. It had just been starting to snow, and I didn't really have any warm coat to wear. So I went out and bought a decent, like, parka. I was happy with how I looked in it. Yeah. Everything. First time, like, I go out walking it, I walk past a guy and he says, "Oh, you ready for the Arctic, mate?" Like, I don't see what.
It's like a big white coat.
Yeah, you know the kind I mean.
In fairness, yeah, no, that's all right.
I know, but
that's an acceptable comment to make if you know someone.
It's a complete stranger. I have no idea who that guy was.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was just walking through Durham.
It must just be a Durham coat thing. Because do you know that yellow and grey coat that I got from Mountain Warehouse? Amazing coat. We walked past it. I really wanted it. And then we walked past it again a few weeks later and it was on sale. So I thought I might as well get it.
Yeah.
Wore it for, like, every time I left the house.
Yeah.
And then saw just some girl walking around in this exact same coat. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
It might be a woman's coat, Simon.
And so long as it fits the purpose. And I doubt it's a woman's coat. It's got pockets.
What?
Women's clothes don't typically have pockets.
Is that true?
That's true, yeah.
That can't be true.
No. This is completely true. This can't be true. Fairly often have fake pockets.
Simon, I'm wearing women's trousers right now and they have pockets. I'm wearing a woman's hoodie right now and it has pockets. You're joshing me.
I'm not joshing you.
Do women's clothes have pockets?
I'm not saying, like, no clothes that are sold to women have pockets in. I'm saying that there is a high number that have
in medieval
no pockets.
Times. Yeah, apparently in medieval times.
What do you mean in medieval times? No. This is a modern.
In medieval
thing.
Times, class played a part in clothing, but men tended to have big pockets and women tended to have small pockets or none. So I'm sorry that you're from York and that you live in 1600s, but women have pockets on their clothes.
Not as often as you'd think. Alex, have you ever met a woman?
I've met at least 3. Yeah.
I meant aside from your family.
Your sister, how is she?
She's doing all right. I am serious about the women's clothes typically not having pockets thing. I'm pretty sure it's a ploy to. No. I'm pretty sure it's a ploy to sell more handbags. You've been doing anything else this week?
Nothing. Rewatching The Office.
Why would you rewatch a show as opposed to watching something new that might be as good?
Isn't that the whole reason we set up this podcast?
Yes, this is the whole premise of the show, but I've never got a clear answer.
I like it. I don't need new things. I'm happy with the stuff that I've got, and if I like a film, I like a film. It doesn't matter how many times I watch it. I'm not going to stop liking it.
Well,
grow
old.
I understand. If I have films where if I watch them too much, they start to lose a little bit of that value. Yeah. But then I just kind of put them back on the shelf, watch something new, and come back to them. I don't exhaust stuff.
Yeah, but
I just enjoy.
What I'm saying is there might be films or TV shows out there that you would enjoy just as much, but you've not even considered watching.
That is a very good point. And
That's the whole point of this show. This is why I came up with the idea for this film show.
On that note, what film am I going to watch this week to broaden my horizons?
Okay, maybe we picked. Come on. We picked not the strongest week to have this discussion on. We're watching Space Jam this week.
There it is.
I don't see why you're so averse to Space Jam.
Wait there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get next week, but I get the week after.
How does that work out?
Every 6th film I choose on.
That's not how it works. It was once a term.
No, it's twice a term
now. Which would
now.
Be 10 weeks.
But we don't have terms at the minute, so it's once every 6 weeks. You pick 5, I pick 1. It's only fair. I mean, the fair thing would be I pick 1, you pick 1, but I don't know enough films for that. So
exactly. That's the point.
Next week will also be Simon's week, and the week after will be mine. So
we'll have to see about that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. All right, Alex.
Don't worry, it's going to happen. It's all right.
It's not going to happen. No.
Don't you worry, listeners. I've got this.
Alex, I'm right here. I can hear you too. You're not talking to the audience.
Wow, that was an amazing film, Simon. Should we talk about it?
You think it was amazing?
No, I just needed a transition.
Okay. So we're back a few days later after watching Space Jam.
We are back immediately after watching Space Jam. Yeah.
When did he watch it?
For these guys, it's immediately.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Should we talk about it in maybe a minute?
Okay, yeah.
Because I have a pisha in the oven. Which
what? I'm sorry, what?
A pizza.
Well, yeah, no, I got that, but what?
Pisha.
Who says that?
All the dog memes on Facebook.
Alex, you've reached a new low. Good lord.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Simon and Alex cooking show. Alright, never mind, it's not a cooking show, it's a musical. You know, he's singing so well, he's going to get his copyright claimed.
Oh, your boy's back. Have you been playing guitar?
No, you caught me just before I was about to.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that. Space Jam.
Space Jam?
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Got my little notebook.
I am curious to see what you thought of this, because...
Right, because last week I said that the one thing that I really, really didn't like about 500 Days of Summer was the way that they put cartoons and real life together.
Which was one scene in that movie, which was maybe like 10 seconds long maximum.
As opposed to like every scene in Space Jam, so thank you for that one.
Oh, I thought it would naturally follow on.
I like that Michael Jordan played Michael Jordan.
I love how many people just play themselves in that movie.
And I love how badly they do it.
Yeah.
You've just got like NBA All-Stars to play roles.
They got Larry Bird, they got Charles Barkley, they got...
Yeah.
They got Bill Murray playing himself for some reason.
Playing an NBA superstar, but in the Looney Tunes universe.
Yeah.
It's crazy. One of my notes is actually Bill Murray in capital letters and then 3 question marks.
Yeah.
Because there was literally no reason for him to be in the film.
No.
But he did make his little joke. They were like, "Hey, Bill, why are you here?" And he goes, "Hey, the producer's a friend of mine."
I like that they said, "Oh, look, it's Dan Aykroyd, who's one of the other Ghostbusters."
Ah, okay, yeah. No, those little things where... See, I don't like fourth wall breaks, but I do like when a film becomes self-aware.
Yes.
When they start to make jokes about...
I get that there's a difference there.
Yeah.
Because this film does it a lot. They just say, "Oh yeah, we're copyrighted by Warner Brothers."
Yeah, when he's got the Warner Brothers symbol on his...
Yes.
On his backside, and then he kisses it. Yeah. I was super skeptical about how they would manage to fit the Looney Tunes universe into the real universe, especially with Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Well, this is a documentary. You realise
All
this happened. This is back in the 90s. It was a big event, the discovery of alien life and also the Looney Tunes being self-aware. But,
okay. So I had a question for you.
Yes.
The people, like Michael Jordan's kids, watch Looney Tunes.
Yes.
And Looney Tunes, they know that they're being filmed.
Yes.
So are the Looney Tunes aware that people exist? Like real-life people?
Oh, yeah, because they went to go fetch Michael Jordan, didn't they? The
Looney Tunes didn't.
Yeah, they did. They got Michael Jordan. The aliens got the other basketballers. So they kidnapped Michael Jordan at the golf course. And maybe a few minutes before Bugs Bunny kisses Michael Jordan on the lips.
Yeah, I enjoyed that scene. What
a strange film.
Did things to me.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't Googled this.
Okay.
So I was waiting for your confirmation. Is the guy who's like the head of the aliens, is that Danny DeVito?
That is Danny DeVito,
Is that Danny DeVito, voice of the Lorax?
Yes. He's got a good voice. He's got a very good voice.
I enjoyed that they made him the tall guy at the start, and then at the end he was the small guy. There was also that guy who's the submissive fat guy in like every 90s film.
Yeah, he's...
You know who I mean?
Yeah, he's in Jurassic Park. I can't remember what his name is.
He's from the like where he turns around and shouts and then it's like, hey, nobody cares
that meme.
Yeah.
He's the one that like runs off with dinosaur DNA in the film. Have you watched Jurassic Park?
Yes. I don't know which one I've watched, but I think I've watched 2.
Okay.
Not in order, and I've watched the new Jurassic Worlds, both of them.
Nah, I think they're a bit rubbish.
As an archaeologist, I can't resist a film about dinosaurs.
You can resist films about archaeology, though.
Yeah, no, I absolutely can.
Just let me show you Indiana Jones.
So, the thing about Space Jam was I did have to look past how bad the animation was when they would interact with the humans. I was super aware of the year that it was made, so it wasn't like... Yeah.
I mean, this was made after Jurassic Park, which had groundbreaking special effects.
That's a very good point.
I think this had a much lower budget than Jurassic Park did, and I reckon a high part of that budget is spending it on so many basketballers. I don't know who directed it, but I imagine they just like, what's all this in the budget? Oh, what? I wanted to get Larry Bird in this movie as well. Does he play basketball in the movie? No, he's just in it.
They had like a really all-star cast for...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Warner Brothers have loads of money. They can do what they want. Like the big middle finger of science that they did halfway through the film. For those who haven't seen it, the Looney Tunes... Right, there's this alien theme park run by Danny DeVito.
Yeah, well, not actual... Yeah.
Okay, he sends his little aliens down to the Looney Tunes land to try and kidnap basketball players because he needs a new attraction for his theme park. It is.
No. He sends them down to kidnap the Looney Tunes to be the attraction.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. But then he discovers that basketball players are way better than the Looney Tunes. So the aliens take the basketball players' talent at basketball away from them.
Yes.
They kind of like go up through the nose, extract all of their ability to play basketball.
There's so many weird things in this movie.
And about halfway through the film, the basketballers who have lost their ability to play basketball are all going to like scientists to try and get diagnosed. And the scientists are going, we've given them x-rays, MRI scans, like brain scans.
Yes.
We found absolutely nothing wrong with them. And there's a scene where they're talking to like a psychic medium. And she's saying, oh, I see Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes and an alien who's extracted your powers. And she hits it like on the head and they all turn around and they're like, yeah, no, this is ridiculous.
That's not a middle finger to science, though.
That's a middle finger to science.
No. There's nothing scientific about alien stealing talent.
Well, then
to play
it's definitely
the Looney
a middle
Tunes
finger to psychic mediums because it's kind of saying even when she was like hit the nail on the head, it didn't really matter.
Hang on, you don't believe in like psychics and stuff, do you?
No.
No. Just
but it was just the way that they
checking.
portrayed the psychic medium to get it like
Right.
exactly right in the movie.
Okay.
I don't believe in psychic mediums.
Don't you believe in a website that told you when you're gonna die?
Yes.
Okay. That's the same thing, really, isn't it?
It told me I'm going to live till I'm 84, and I'm invincible till then. So
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
anyway, I think it's only fair if I continue the tradition that I started last week.
Mm.
And from every film I watch, I give you a quote that made me think of you.
Okay. Oh no.
So again, the basketball players who have lost all of their powers are talking to each other about what they're going to do now.
Yeah.
They're saying, "Oh, we could go back to our old jobs." And I don't know which basketball player it is. He turns around and says, "Hey, at least you guys are still tall. I'm nothing now. Just another short guy." And that made me think of you.
I knew you'd bring that up. I just knew it.
Well, I'm gonna give Space Jam a 5 out of 10.
I'll be honest, that's higher than I was expecting you to give it, but I'm happy with it.
Looking past the animation and the real world thing, yeah, give it 5 out of 10.
I don't think it's a good movie, but I think it's a very fun movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Not enough to watch the other Looney Tunes live action thing though.
You mean Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it.
That's not explicitly Looney Tunes, and that's also a very good movie.
It's not on the list though. We can't do two.
Yeah, okay, I agree. We can't have those back to back. But maybe
Okay.
in half a year, we've run out of other movies.
Well, has anything, now that we've closed on the movie, has anything happened to you in the last few days?
Well,
That's notable.
I'm down one more exam. I've got one last one to go, but that's in a week, so I am celebrating. I've got a significant portion of time off, and I'm in a much better mood now.
Whoop whoop chicken soup.
What?
One more exam.
Hang on, no. You did say phrases that I've no idea where you get them from, but you just say them like, oh, it's just a normal thing you say, like a human says.
I've lived with you for a year. I'm sure you've heard the phrase whoop whoop chicken soup.
I don't think anyone on earth has heard that phrase before.
Okay, I apologise. I'll brief you on the phrases that I'm going to use
I'm going to need a list.
before we start recording.
You're going to run
next
that
time.
by me next time.
Well, today
Mm.
it happened. It finally happened, Simon.
What happened?
They say you never meet your heroes, and I think I've met mine.
Oh.
It was a day, just like any other. I was
I
at
see.
work. I was working on the tills, which I don't usually like working on the tills, but today I made an exception.
All right.
And a man came up to me. He was a man, just like me, just like
Okay.
you.
Well, poor guy.
And he handed me a wrapper.
Yeah.
And he said to me, "Oh, really sorry. I need to pay for this. I got hungry when I was shopping." So I said,
Okay.
"Yeah, that's fine." Scanned it through. It was a wrapper for a 300-gram block of cheese. He then paid for it,
How?
left the shop, disappeared through the front doors, and may never be seen again. But that man is, like, if I had a pen on me, I would have gotten to sign a body part.
How do you eat a block of cheese? I mean, I know I don't eat a block of cheese because allergies, which may or may not exist. But how does a human eat that much cheese?
It's that you got peckish. Like,
Yeah.
I've had people before give, like, a half pack of pork pies because they ate 3. Or they gave food to their kids. But this
Yeah.
man ate a 300-gram block of cheese. He ate a third of a kilogram worth of cheese.
Got a question for you. What's
What
heavier?
is more?
A kilogram of steel, a kilogram of cheese.
That's right. It's a kilogram of steel. Because steel is heavier than cheese.
How? I don't understand how people can eat food before they've paid for it. Like, I get it if you've got kids and they're being little brats and you're giving them something to shut them up. But, like, without that, I can't. It's going to be like 5 minutes before you pay. That's fine. You can wait that long.
I would only do it if I knew I had cash on me.
Right.
I would be paranoid that my card would get declined, and I'd be left standing at the till being like, really sorry I've ate this block of cheese. I can't pay for it now.
To be fair, what are they going to do? They're not. I mean, what can they do?
They can't do anything.
Have you got a policy for that?
No, we get people eat food in the store and just leave the wrapper on the shelf, so at least the guy paid for it.
Yeah. Okay, here's a scenario. You're on the till.
Okay.
Someone walks up to the till with just like a chocolate bar. It just stares you dead in the eye, eats it, and walks away. What are you going to do? You're not going to ask him to put it back, because he can't put it back.
Well, I would do nothing. I imagine we don't have a policy on it, so I can say that I would do nothing.
Yeah.
Because we're not allowed to leave the till, so I couldn't follow him.
Yeah.
Technically, I don't think he's stolen.
No, he has stolen. Even if it's not recoverable. Actually, no, that's the point, because if you damage something, you have to pay for it. And I would say eating food is irreversible damage.
We get people who pick up a jar of pickles and just accidentally drop it on the floor, or on purpose, I don't know. Yeah. And we clean it up and they don't pay for it because it was it's just been damaged. It happens.
So what's the upper limit of damage you can do before they start asking you to pay for it? Because you could do that with a jar of pickles. You bump it up to maybe a toaster.
We don't sell toasters.
Okay.
See, because it's odd, because I would say 5 jars of pickles would be pushing it. But then, monetary-wise, they would cost a lot less than some bottles of wine.
Yes.
And if you drop a bottle of wine, I would say that's not pushing it.
What would you do if the same man, the chocolate bar man, he's back, it's a different day, and he's got the most expensive bottle of wine you have in the store. He's holding it, he walks up to you, drops it on the floor, it smashes everywhere, then he walks off.
I would have to check with a manager, but I'm pretty sure we would just say, look, it was an accident.
No, but it wasn't an accident. He looked you in the eye. There was intent in his eyes when he did this.
Okay. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I would do. I don't know whether I would. I don't know whether I can say what.
Yeah.
I want to keep my job, Simon. I'm not going to say what I would do.
You've got all your managers just listening to this, watching you, trying to wait for you to slip up.
Yeah, at the risk that might even be slightly true. I'll refrain.
I'll stop asking you policy questions. It's where I take off a mask. It's me, your manager. So, Alex.
Simon.
We sort of alluded to this in the first half.
Okay.
Of the show, but we've got confirmation now that we did in fact win the Eurovision.
Hell yeah, we did.
Yeah, got a nice spike in listeners after that, which is not bad at all.
We did. I don't think we need to share how many listeners we got, but there was a definite spike related to the Eurovision win.
Yes. So if you're new here, welcome. And I'm
you're
sorry.
You're not new here, but thank you.
Yeah, thanks for staying.
Yeah. Anything we could do to improve, anything that you guys enjoy, anything you guys don't enjoy, just let us know, because the podcast is for you guys. So if we can change
it's all for just one listener. You know who you are.
So apart from Simon makes the podcast so his mum can listen, but I have other friends.
Okay.
So yeah, if just don't be afraid to drop us a message. Literally anything, we take advice on board.
Yep, you can contact us on our Instagram, which is the Simon and Alex Show.
Or you can email us, the Simon and Alex Show @gmail.com.
Now, Alex, last week, when I asked you to make that film, I've not thought of another task for you to do this week, have I?
I don't think you have.
Well, let's think of some ideas for you, because we've had French New Wave movie. We'll cross that one off the list.
Okay.
I suppose it makes sense for it to be you just making short movies, because this is the movie podcast.
No. I've done the movie. That's behind me.
Movies
now,
in the
Simon.
past. All right, Alex.
Yeah.
What instruments do we have in the house?
We have a guitar, a banjo, a violin, and a piano.
Well, you know what? That sounds like the perfect recipe to me for. I want you to write a country song, Alex. I want you to make the most stereotypical country song imaginable.
Oh, fine. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And, yeah, I absolutely
Lyrics and all, obviously.
despise the listeners for not giving me an idea, because
Well,
now I have to write a country song. So thank you, guys.
Yeah, you're too slow. But you can still send us your suggestions if you've got anything better than this, because I'm quite happy with this one now. So I can't wait to hear what that one sounds like.
I don't have to write lyrics to it, do I?
No, you do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
It doesn't have to be you singing. If you can get other people to perform in the song, then go for it.
Nobody who would go along with that.
I reckon you could find people to go along with that.
I'll rack my brain, see what I can do.
All right.
But yeah, I guess I now have to learn piano and violin.
Well, you don't have to learn the instrument. You just have to learn how to play the song you write.
Also, it doesn't have to be a good song.
Well, I mean, you get bonus points if it is.
That actually doesn't sound too bad. I'm looking forward to that. I had fun with the movie, so...
I think we'll expand you to being a jack of all trades after all this. Like, any task I can throw at you, you've got it.
I look forward to that.
If you need any guitar recordings, just hit me up.
Oh, I most certainly will. I do believe I have one more thing to look forward to this recording.
Yeah?
Yes, which is the big reveal for the film that we're going to be watching next week.
Well, let me just decide that real quick.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Nice. Okay, Alex, I'm going to do the thing again where I ask you to pick... Oh. I'm going to do the thing again. Okay, are you done yet?
Very far. Much later.
Go on.
Right. I'm going to ask you to pick a genre again.
Okay.
It can't be one we've already had.
Superhero. Superhero is my genre.
You want a superhero movie?
A superhero movie.
How many superhero movies do you think I have on here? Because I know you've watched basically all of them.
I have not watched the first Thor.
It's an average film.
The original Hulk.
Don't.
I don't think I've watched the first Fantastic Four. There are films out there that I have not seen.
Alright. Alex, you've done this to yourself.
Go on.
So next week we're watching Spider-Man 2, directed by Sam Raimi, starring Tobey Maguire. You did this to yourself.
No!
You can't say no.
I forgot.
You specified the genre. I said the movie.
Every week you get a shoehorn for Spider-Man in there. And,
here it is.
Right.
Here's this episode. There you go. Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Honestly, it's one of the best superhero movies.
What year was it?
Out there. It was early 2000s, I think.
But the week after I picked the film...
Are you sure about that? I don't think we ever agreed that.
No, that's our system. You pick 5 films, I pick 1. You pick 5, I pick 1.
I'm not so sure I'm okay with this.
That's exactly how it
sure,
works.
we'll see when we get there.
No, we will absolutely be watching a film of my choice. So stick around next week for the big reveal of Simon.
Yeah. And stick around next week if you want to hear about Spider-Man 2, which obviously most of you do, of course.
They don't. You just lie to yourself.
Look, Alex,
Simon.
You don't know them like I know them, and I know they're looking forward to Spider-Man 2, right?
I mean, I'd like to think that I know them. They're our loyal fans. They're both of our parents, Simon. I think I know my parents.
I think I know your parents too, Alex.
Well, I think I know your sister. Well, Simon?
Yes?
I think there's only one thing left to say.
What is that?
That's all, folks.